Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Concept. Man, I'm blessed. I woke up early this morning. I woke up around 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning. And I just sat up doing promotional things, meditating, doing different mantras, and thinking for the future, thinking ahead, you know. Yeah. Previously, I've been, reached out to by different record labels, different industries and things like that, because I got a lot going on. So I really, I gotta make sure I cross my T's and dot on my I's. But at the same time, I gotta move forward with something, right? Because I'm not doing all this in vain. I'm trying to make moves to either, do more productions in different fields. Because with all that I'm going through and all that I've been through and everything, I always told people that you have a story to tell, that you have a book to write, that you have a movie. Your life is a movie. So, basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to put together a film now, to go right along with the books and the music and things like that. I want to work on a film and things of that nature. And I also want to talk about scam promotions and things like this. As far as the music industry goes, I know it's a lot of people out here want to get in the music industry. And the biggest thing is being independent. But when you're independent, what I'm noticing is there's a lot of vultures out there. There's a lot of vultures that will try to steal your intellectual property, that will try to get you to sign over your rights for your music and things of that nature. And to me, it's wrong. It's thievery and it's wrong. We all out here. We all creators, right? And, once you learn that you're creator, we're all creators. And we're creating, some people create beats, some people create films and videos, some people create memes, some people create podcasts, pictures and paintings or what have you, right? Books, some are authors and writers like me. But others, they capitalize on what the creators create. That's what I don't like, the scammers, the schemers and the scammers. If you want to be authentic with somebody and offer somebody a contract for music or a contract for a book, a publishing deal, or a contract for a movie or whatever, be genuine, and be upfront about whatever it costs or whatever the contract entails, because I've run across several different companies, that several different people that send out false contracts. And me, I'm the type, I always do my due diligence. So what I'll do is I'll get on the phone with Bellmark or I'll get on the phone with Google and I'll start looking up names. And once I go on a website, I'll go looking into who's holding positions there. Like who's directly in position at a certain record company or whatever company. And I'll actually reach out. See, that's the thing that's good about social media. You can actually reach out and talk or conversation or strike up a conversation with anybody about anything. So I reach out and I'm reaching out because I'm in the middle of talking to somebody about a contract, but I want to make sure everything is legit. The contract and everything looks legit, but the business aspect, the personal business aspect of dealing with somebody seems sketchy. You know what I mean? The account says one name, then you get on the phone with somebody else, and this person is a director, but they're under the person's account that that you first started communicating with, and they're just like an assistant or something to them, but you never actually talking to them. These are the type of communications that you got to watch out for, because they will try to scam you. And if they have a song that they like or anything like that, they'll try to get you to sign a contract and sign over your rights to your music. And now they'll be collecting royalties off of something that you have. Or they'll get you to sign something because they've already been using your music. See, a lot of companies, they'll try to have someone scam you to get you to sign something because they already been using your music. So this way in the future, they won't have to pay you. Yeah, it's underhanded, but this country was built on underhanded traditions, underhanded contracts being written, and frivolous people giving up their rights frivolously. We're looking at Kanye West, where he's going through with Adidas and everything like that. My heart goes out to him because the man created this brand, and now, like he says, is being raped, raped and pillaged by people over top. See, just because you are wealthy, you're a millionaire, you amassed all this money and all these riches, don't mean that you're untouchable. And he understands that. I understand that. Because just like you got it, it could be taken away. Just like you got it, there was people who had it before you who know how to basically reach in those pockets, reach in those digital wallets that you have. Because things aren't tangible unless you can touch them. And even things that are digital are able to be touched because they're tangible. Anytime you can see on a screen that you have millions, and then you can look at the same screen and say zero out of nowhere, then there you go. Yeah, but I've been, excuse me, I'm on a run. I've been drinking some coffee. This shit going through me, baby. Give me a second. Golly. Whew. All right, well. Where was I? Okay. In the past, I ran into some contracts before. It was a company called Great Day Records. I was in talks with them. I tried to, they sent me a contract and all of that stuff, and it was a back and forth with a Miss Carla Diaz. I still haven't even found out if that communication was all the way legit, because it was some sketchy stuff going on, and it might have wasn't sketchy. It might have just seemed sketchy because I never did this type of business transaction. I'm new to the music industry, so I'm A&R'ing myself. So in me A&R'ing myself, I'm going to get in contact with people get in contact with me about my music, about different promotions and different things like that, or just to ask me interview questions like, what made you come up with this concept, or what made you do this, or how did you, they ask questions and they want to inquire about you, and sometimes they want to come up with a deal with you. So I was trying to strike up a deal with this lady, Carla Diaz, that has Great Day Records, under subsidiary, subcontract under Sony Records. So she sent me the Sony contract and everything. I looked it over, and it seemed like we was moving forward with business. But she never. I signed. I actually, got the. She said I would get a computer. I would get such and such. I would get this and that. It was a little contract. It was when I first started recording. It was like very mediocre contract or whatever, very small contract. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just for recording equipment and a little bit of pocket change to get me rolling or whatever. But that contract never came to fruition. I held up my end of the contract and my end of the bargain, but at the end of the day, that contract never came through or never really went through, even though it was supposed to. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's still on the table. I have no idea. But that was something that taught me that when I'm dealing with people, I have to keep my business and my professional separate. Because after a while, me and this person was talking, and it got a little bit flirtatious and things like that. And we got, started talking, and then it got friendly and things like that. But the business aspect, the business side of things never really got taken care of or handled. And that's where the problem came in, because I started feeling slighted because you got me doing these little Cash App transactions for you because you travel and you're doing this and you're doing that. But at the same time, you're not putting me through. You're not processing my information through the artist portal and everything, so I could actually get in there and actually start creating and stuff. And that's the thing, these practice. I mean, and I'm not saying that was Carla Diaz from Great Day Records. I'm saying that I could have been getting scammed by somebody. That could have not been them. But the whole thing is, you have to do your due diligence in any contract or anything that you're pursuing. You know what I mean? And in light of what I'm going through, you know what I mean? The situation, this family situation, stuff that I'm going through with Philadelphia and what's going on. I really got to be careful of who I'm getting in communications with and contacted with and what type of information that I'm giving up. So I apologize if I seem a bit adversarial or standoffish to anyone when it comes to business practices. But at any moment, I understand that I could be signing my life away. At any moment, I understand that it could be a setup for me to accept that email or sign that paperwork or do this or do that, so somebody could, get me into some legal dispute or some physical dispute. Some people will have you think that you're signing a contract or coming for a show or a promotion or an interview or something just to set you up and get you the fuck out of here. And right now, where I'm at in my life, I'm not trying to get set up and be on no nut shit with nobody, because I got kids to look after. I got me to look after. I got a life that has to be preserved for several reasons. You know what I mean? So that's that in a nutshell, man. Y'all just got to be careful, because there's a lot of schemers and scammers, and sadly, a lot of them be our own family members and shit like that. A lot of them be our own family members. A lot of them be so-called companies and things like that. Shit, now I hear companies, I don't even want to talk about all that. It's deep. But I'm trying to get this movie thing off the ground. I'm trying to put all this shit into a movie. I'm trying to continue with these books. And I'm going to continue with this music. Right now, I'm going to continue taking this shit. Oh, my God. I had this cup of coffee, man. This thing ran straight through me. I don't know what they put in this coffee. Damn, they put lard in this joint. Whoo. That shit fucked my whole stomach up, man. Oh, my goodness. Man, I just wanted to talk to y'all this morning. And let y'all know that. You know what I mean? We all got kids and we got children that we're trying to raise. So these people only take away, but at the same time they provide great lessons, because these were situations, right? Contracts that I was able to look at with my kids to read a music. Let me stop saying kids. These were contracts that I was able to look at with my children to let them see exactly how they would have to navigate contracts and things of this nature. And how would they be able to tell whether they're being scammed by somebody through a contract, through social media, through video conference and things of this nature. So I took it as a learning experience, because I got to teach my children what contracts look like and how to handle it when you get a contract that you have to verify. Without actually having to go through lawyers and stuff like that. Because there's jargon inside the contract, that will direct you to where you look to see whether this contract is valid or not. Whether they're actually a part of this company. Because a person will send you a valid contract just to have you sign it and send it back to them. And them not actually being with the company, they just have your signature and your social and your birth date and all this information that you sent them. And they don't actually got to be with the company. All they have to do is go and look up a copy of the contract or whatever and get a copy of the contract and copy it to their phone and start sending it out and create a fake account, and they can act like they're with a company or something like that. So I got to teach my son and my daughter how to navigate these contracts, how to know whether it's fake, how to do your due diligence to see whether you're being scammed or not. Because they're entrepreneurs. We're all entrepreneurs, and we're all out here trying to create to get ahead in life without having to ask Uncle Sam for anything and provide for our family, right? So in the essence of that, we shouldn't really have to sign any contracts or anything. It should be, all contracts should be handshakable contracts. I shouldn't have to worry about a clause in the contract taking away everything that I have, or being able to take everything that I have, or you being able to sue me because I didn't wear a brand that you said that I was supposed to wear on this tour, on this concert, or this or that. I mean, and the contracts that I've been looking at are damn good. They damn good contracts. But everybody know that in these contracts, they got word problems. They got math situations. They got division, long division, short division. They got upgrades, different perks and things like that. And you got to navigate through that contract and see what's best about that contract that suits you. What's the pros and cons of this contract? Can you do the obligations can you handle the obligations of this contract? Can you be responsible enough to handle the obligations of this contract? You have to know that. You got to know all the got to knows. And that's basically why, I'm willing to take on adversity and shit like that, because I get to learn new things. I get to learn these different things, and I get to teach them these different things. So this way they won't be easily manipulated or easily, persuaded into, signing a contract or doing a deal with somebody, or getting in somebody's car for that instance, or trusting what somebody say. Because a person will sell you a wolf ticket in a heartbeat. Getting the truth out of a person is like pulling the teeth. But a person will sell you a wolf ticket in a heartbeat. I'll tell you a lie in a minute. A person will take years to tell you the truth, but they'll tell you a lie in 0.1 second, and that's just, it's the sad reality that we live in. It's the sad state that we living in right now, where we can't even be honest with one another, when we can't have good business acumen with one another, when we can't trust each other's word. I remember a long time ago, it's still a saying that goes on, your word is your bond. As a man, all you got is your word and your what? Your balls. And I'm sorry to say that I met a lot of grown-ass men whose word ain't bond. That means that they don't got their word or their balls. Or they may have balls, but they don't got no word. Because they liars, they thieves, they manipulators. Your word is not your bond. Because you a lying motherfucker. And you know who you are. I ain't pointing out nobody, but all I'm going to say is this. When you a lying motherfucker, you know you a lying motherfucker. So ain't nobody got to call no names, because you know who you are. If the shoe fit, wear it. You know what I mean? If you play games with people, you know who you are. If the shoe fit, wear it. I have shame on you. And I hope that the people you scammed, some of them have sympathy on you. The people you lied on, hurt. I hope I'm, learned the lesson from it and don't let that happen to them or their family in the future. That's how I look at it. The scammers is out here because it's easy to scam. right? But the whole thing about it is, when you learn that lesson, or you going to keep getting scammed and duped and all this shit all your life. You know what I mean? The young ones got to learn. The young ones got to learn. So either they learn it from the scammers to scam, or they learn it from people trying to be upright, stand-up citizens, trying to get on their grind and create out here, right? The ones that actually got talent, they the ones that got to worry about the scammers. Because scammers, they talent is scamming. They scam on niggas. They ain't got time to create. They create new scams. Real creators out here, we create music, books, films, podcasts, streams, and we're promoting other people's creations out this joint. Like, that's what I love to do. I love supporting other people's creations and laughing at the funny shit they come up with online. I love living in the comment section because that shit is entertaining. It shows you where a person's intellect is. When they can get on there and post something funny or see something funny and then expound on what exactly they saw. Oh man, that's the shit right there. You know what I mean? That shows that a person got something between up in their head more than just air, or just more than just bullshit all day. You know what I mean? This is, you know, scammers need to chill. I mean, some people, yeah, they need to get scammed. I ain't gonna fraud. Some people like, all right, you know, I ain't gonna lie. If I had a lot of bread, I would allow myself to get scammed once in a while. Not on no big level. Like, if you want some bread or whatever, yeah, I would just, you know what I mean? All right, yeah, you got something going on. It might not really be going on like that, but you got to fake it till you make it. I understand you got to fake it till you make it sometimes. I will buy into their little idea because they faking it till they make it. But me buying into their idea might actually be the start of their idea manifesting. That's why I'll buy into it. I don't mind buying into your bullshit as long as your bullshit is worth buying into. You know what I mean? Don't try to sell me a nugget of shit and tell me that it's chicken. Don't do that. Now you could come up with some, you could go out and actually cook some nuggets and shit and sell me them nuggets and tell me they certain nuggets or whatever, and got me tell me you got these gourmet nuggets, these artisan nuggets, and I might try those and give you a play. But you can't go get a McDonald's nugget and come and put it in my face and say, this is your nugget. I mean, you could do that. You could rebrand all day, but no. I buy into something that's worth something. You know what I mean? Even if it's not worth nothing at the moment, but I see the value in it. I'll buy into that. Those are the things that you buy into. You know what I mean? When somebody creates something and come up with a project and a whole thing and they put it together and they put it out there for the world to have and consume and enjoy and love or hate, whatever the case may be, this person still came up with a product and something that he put out there on his own. That was his own energy, his own volition. He put that out there. Yeah, I mean, he manifested that, or she manifested that, and they put that out there, whether it's comedy, music, books, however you want to do, a whole conglomerate project, they put it out there. And whether it's making money or not at that moment, it doesn't matter, because that shows their work ethic. And people take that work ethic shit for granted. Work ethic is everything. Your work ethic, your talent, because a lot of people got talent, but they don't got the work ethic. And then some people got the work ethic without the talent. Now, if you get two people who got one got work ethic and the other got talent, and you put them two together, you gotta win. If these two attitudes or personalities don't clash and create something bad, you have a win, because you have two creators, one with talent and one with, you know, the know-how or the you know what I mean, one with the business side of things. I forgot what I was saying already, but anyway. That's how it is. You know what I mean? You don't buy into bullshit. You know, buy into something that's real. Shit, buy into me. All my shit is real. I put together all my projects and everything on my own volition, on my own, through all the adversity that I was dealing with. That's why I buy into me. That's why I'm not stopping what I'm doing. Because I was able to constantly create through whatever I was going through. That's why I buy into me. I have to believe in me because I see what I was able to do. I have to buy into my children because I see what they're able to do. I see their potential. You know what I mean? You got to be your own dog in the race at times. I buy into me because I see what I'm able to do. I see what I can manifest. Yeah, been through some shit, but I'm still moving. I'm still squiggling. I may be in the mud, but I'm still squiggling. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to buy into something when you see it manifesting, when you see it progressing. Even though you got to fake it till you make it. Yeah. You create it. You put out this and that and all the third, this and that and the third. You know what I mean? I got to get on my videography, John. I ain't never been no videographer and all that. I got to get on that, John, and figure out how to do that a little bit better. But yeah, it's still moving in this constant grind. Because even when you're not seeing something be created in the forefront, something's being created in the background. Something's being created in my mind. Something's being created. Something's being manifest. Something's being manifested. Something's being well woven into a tapestry that cannot be destroyed or hampered in any way. And that's what I'm aiming for. You know, I've had too much destruction in my life. I'm aiming to build something that's indestructible, that's impenetrable. When you've seen so much destruction, when you've seen so much death and decay all around you all the time, in your personal life, in others' life, in the world in general, you get tired of that shit. So you try to build a place of stability, of simplicity, if you will. You try to build this Mecca, this Great Wall of China around you and your family. So that way you won't have to worry about any of these things that hamper or harm the rest of the world. You don't want your kids to experience famine or poverty or less than. You know, we don't want them to experience that. This is why we work so hard and grind the way we do. This is why 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. This is why. This is why. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in our life, it gets to that point. It's either, nigga, I'm going to make it or I'm not. And if I'm not, I'm cool. Like it is what it is. I've been through a lot of bullshit with this city, with family, with people in general. So I'm tired of doing what anybody else tells me to do or conforming. When I got a story to tell, when I got things in me, when I got poetry in me, when I got things that I pour out, when I bleed this shit, when this is my life, you know, whether I articulate it properly to you or not, this is my life. And I'm not going back to the old life because I can't. I think I'd be less than a man if I go back to my old life and just went back and drove some fucking buses and shit like that, because this is what they try to drive you to do. And that's a double line trying to write, but this is what they drive you to do, is go right back and cowtail and get back into your old life. I won't do it. I won't conform and they won't make me. Philadelphia is trying to make me conform by any means necessary, but I won't. I won't. It's a lot of people paying attention too, and I know you paying attention. I know y'all paying attention. But the whole thing is, nobody won't speak up. Nobody won't say nothing. Nobody won't. What they used to give in the Hunger Games, them fucking airdrops. Like, where's an airdrop for a nigga or something? Because I know you hear me. Like, I hear you. I know you hear me. You know what I mean? Especially if you from the city. I know you fucking hear me. I know you see what's going on. Probably know exactly what's going on. If you outside the city, like, yeah. When I'm online and I'm doing all that, yeah, I can read in between the lines. So when somebody say a phrase or mention something or it catches my ear, I see the algorithm there. I hear the words that you're saying. Yay. I hear the words that you're saying. You know, Benzino. I hear the words that you're saying. You know what I mean? I'm in tune with everybody who's in tune with me. The whole thing is, you know, it's different echelons, right? It's different echelons, right? I'm not there yet, but I'm coming. I'm on my way. You know what I mean? And not just for music, not just for podcasts, not just for the book, not just for books or whatever like that. I'm on my way just because I'm me. For everything that I've been through and the story that I plan on telling, I'm on my way. I'm going to be in front of you. You know what I mean? The whole thing is all love there. But if you see somebody, reach out. You know, reach out to somebody who you see going through something. You know, not just subliminally through a message or a word or a phrase to let them know that you heard a song or whatnot. Reach out to them and let them know, like, help them out, because we got to help each other out. Because these people that's in power, they don't want us to reach out and help each other. When you see my shit slide across your feed, through your social media feed, you should at least give it a like or reach out to a nigga or something. Like, you shouldn't just, especially if you're an influential person, if you got any type of say-so or clout out there, you should reach out. Because these people, these organizations, not these people, but these organizations, because these organizations work through the people, right? I understand that. These organizations work through TMZ, through the social media and through the media in general. These people work through mass society and society that's out here today. These organizations work and do all the crime and all the good and all the bad and all the right and all the wrong out here. And we understand that. And if we understand that they have this type of control, they can stop people from getting in contact with other people who need to be reached out to. If I got love in me and you got love in you, then what's stopping us from embracing each other? If I got love in me and if I got love in me and you got love in you, what's to stop us from creating with each other? This is not money. This is not about money. This is not about fame. This is about what's right and what's wrong out here. This is about logic. This is about legacy. This is about people uniting. This is about that ladder to heaven, that Tower of Babel that was built. How can we build the Tower of Babel if we never babble about anything? We never really babble about anything but bullshit. We only babble about bullshit out here. We got to stop babbling about bullshit and babble about something that matters, something biblical, something that's more than just bigger than a book. We got to babble about brotherhood. You know, that's what need to be babbled about how we stop all this hatred and promote more love out here. Let's babble about that. You know, a lot of people babbling about, don't get me wrong. I feel you on the people, you know, trying to screw you over and suing you and trying to steal your shoes and trying to do all that. Because I got the same thing going on with me, you know, and it's involving property. But the whole thing is, you know, we got to babble about something more. And I feel you on that. And I know you're going to get relief from that. But we out here battling, man. Like, there's people out here really battling a lot out this joint. You know what I mean? And we so concerned about who's cheating on who and you know what I mean? What's going on, keeping up with these people and keeping up with the Joneses, but we got to keep up with each other. Let's keep up with the little people, because the people that you can't see, who's not in front of the cameras all day, who's not on social media all fucking day and showing their face out here, and the people who voice aren't the ones that you aren't, the voices you aren't hearing, those are the ones that suffering the most. The voices you aren't hearing are the ones that's suffering out here the most. The people that's not in front of the cameras and shit like that are the ones that's suffering the most. They're the easiest targets for an organization to target. They're the easiest targets for organization to make martyrs out of. Not martyrs, to make sacrifices out of. It's people living in these inner cities every day that's being targeted by these organizations, and they're being sacrificed. They're being killed. Their lives are being taken. Their children's lives are being taken. Their livelihoods is being taken. Their family homes is being taken. The essence of who they are is being taken. Because in the midst of an organization taking everything from these people that are nameless, that are voiceless, they're taking the very essence of who that person is. These organizations break your character, break your spirit, break your soul to the point where you want to kill yourself and hurt the ones that you love. Those are the people that we need to be paying attention to. Those are the stories that need to be told. That's why everybody I run across who's going through something in their life, I tell them, you got a book to write. You got a story to tell. I'm a publisher. If you write it down, I'll publish that. I don't want to become an author for your story. I'll make you the author. I just want to publish it. Let me publish your story for you. I mean, that's real shit. I'm not, that's what it is. We got to pay attention to those ones because those are the ones that matter. Those are the ones that's going to show you what they doing behind the scenes, behind the door, because those are the ones that they manipulate and think that we don't give a fuck about. And nobody give a fuck about the little ones. So they could treat the homeless people any type of way. They could look at what makes a person homeless in the first fucking place. Look at what that person went through. We need to investigate all people that's homeless and things like that to see what these organizations put them through. Because they work throughout their family life. They make homeless. They make these homeless numbers. That's why we can't get it solved. That's why we got so many homeless in California. That's why we have a Skid Row in California. And they allow them to have that space over there because they make the homeless. This has been an episode of God Concept. Thank y'all for joining me. Please check out the books. Check out the music. I'm available on all streaming platforms under Mr. Pagan. The books are on Amazon, in more places and in person. I got the hardbacks and everything. Those are Mark Pagan Jr. Check them out on Amazon. Please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this has been God Concept. Thank you for your time. I'm not rushing off, but I got to get off this toilet, man. My legs falling asleep. Peace.